Let's now move on to our final main topic today. Chris, what is our final main topic today?
Our last topic is coming from Yahir Moussavin. Greetings and salutations, everyone. I was very excited to hear that Andy Serkis was going to direct Venom 2, but I also just saw that Tom Hardy was involved in writing the script for the new movie as well. To me, this says that Hardy is fully committed and invested in the movie, which makes me very happy. What do you think about it?
Well, I mean, look, first of all, I surprisingly so really did enjoy Venom. I really did enjoy Venom. I thought it was a really bonkers kind of fun movie. And the thing that made the movie work to me, 100%, because if this one element wasn't there, the movie doesn't work, was the dynamic between the two split personalities, between, Eddie and Venom. And it was that banter, it was that dynamic. That's what made the movie work for me. Did it have its weaknesses? Absolutely, it had its weaknesses. I'm never going to argue against anybody who wants to bring up a list of the negatives of the Venom movie. But I just thought it was a hell of a lot of fun. And, I knew it would be successful. I just never thought it would make $800 million. And it did make over $800 million to my surprise. Pleasant surprise, though. And I didn't expect it to be as enjoyable as it was. Like, I went into the theater, just don't be terrible, And I watched it. And it was enjoyable. Now, obviously, in the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about the director drama, that there was a list of potential directors we got thrown at us. Travis Knight from Kubo and the Two Strings and Bumblebee, Rupert Wyatt from Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and, of course, Andy Serkis. And a lot of us liked the name of Andy Serkis, thought his sensibilities would work for that. And turns out, it became official the other day, he is. Now, in one of the first interviews that Andy Serkis was to give, after being officially announced as the director for Venom 2, he mentioned that Tom Hardy is actually really involved in writing this thing with writer Kelly Marcel. Now, Kelly Marcel, she also created and ran this show called Terra Nova that ran on Fox for a little while, that I actually really liked, and I was kind of bummed out. But she also wrote, I think, one of the more underappreciated movies and more people need to see. She wrote Saving Mr. Banks with Tom Hanks and Colin Farrell, which I adore that movie. Now, she also wrote the screenplay for 50 Shades of Grey, but there's really not much you can do with that because the original book was already trash. So I'm not gonna hold that against her. But she's writing it, and Andy Serkis has said specifically, Tom Hardy's actually very involved with her in coming up with the story and writing the story for this. And going to what the person who asked the question was, it really does show that Tom Hardy is all in on this. He's an executive producer on it. He's getting fully involved in writing the story. He's fully committed to being this character. He clearly had a lot of fun being that. And I think it says a lot when an actor of, his caliber and his esteem level wants to be fully involved in this. Look, does Tom Hardy getting involved in writing the script mean the script's going to be better? No. But I still take it as a good thing because it shows he is really truly invested in this movie, and that's never bad in and of itself. Anyway, Aaron, you're hearing about this. What do you think about it?
Well, I agree. I think that it is a huge vote of confidence for the movie. And also it says something about Tom Hardy because clearly he is taking a larger role in the sequel than he had in the original, which says to me that he wants to get his hand more into writing. He wants to get his hand more into producing. He wants to get his hand more into an ownership space of the projects that he's involved in. Now, we know that he's a phenomenal actor, and he's also not someone that's just going to take whatever dribble comes through his agents. This is a guy that if he's going to commit to something, he's going to commit to it fully, and he only does projects that he fully believes in. So I think that him saying, I'm going to get involved in the writing as well, he's not taking over and writing the script. He's clearly saying, I'm going to let the writer do what the writer does. But let's be honest, when you are a good actor, you have an ability to understand dialogue in a way that people who are not actors and people who are not necessarily long-term writers, which clearly this writer is. So I think that the fact that they're working together on this is really exciting. It's going to make the dialogue even more natural for his character, and him having an input, being that he's playing two different characters, I think that his input is going to be even more exciting, and I'm thrilled about this. I'm thrilled to see it.
Chris, you're hearing about this. What do you think about it?
I mean, I'm really glad that you brought up, John, that it doesn't mean it's going to be a good script or a
Right.
better script. Because sometimes when actors do get involved, you go, oh, yeah, you thought that was a great thing for you to say. I can't wait till I get to deliver this line this way. It does show his commitment. That's really, really great. I'm so excited that Tom is so invested in this film because Venom was fun. Venom was a really fun movie, and I'm excited to see more of it. I'm way more interested in Andy Serkis' involvement in all of this.
Right.
To have somebody who is so good at playing the duality of a character and being able to direct someone not only on that mental state, but on the physicality that can come with that. He's so good with his own instrument, his own use of his body and movement and voice, that I'm really excited to see what he brings to the table. And if we don't get a couple little Easter eggs of "we hates it" and things like that, what are we even doing here?
I'm telling you, it's still today. Today, Anne really had a lot of fun with Venom. Like, I think for her, it's one of her top 5 favorite comic book movies, actually. And still to this day, whenever she goes into the kitchen and say, just you know, every once in a while, you always wander into just open the fridge. Everything is still the same, but you go looking around. When she does that, she opens the fridge. She'll just go, what does she say? Chocolate and tater tots. Which was one of I just crack up every time I hear chocolate and tater tots. I just die whenever I hear that line. And she still says it to this day. Anyway, what do you guys make of this whole thing of Tom Hardy actually getting involved and being involved in the writing process of Venom 2? Do you think that could actually be a bad thing? Maybe he should keep out of it? Or do you think, hey, that's a good thing, he's really invested in it? Which way do you look at it? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. All right, guys.